Hello, everyone. Everyone. I've been watching Facebook and YouTube, like I do. And I was watching a lot of what the hitting the wall videos, women upset at men because men have feelings. It's weird, I know. I try not to have them. But social media keeps coming up all the time. And this one, with I was watching Chris Williamson and Freya India. I don't know who she is. Talking about when social media came up, 2010-ish is when the suicide rates started climbing dramatically for women in particular. I mean, men, who cares about men, right? But men have been suffering and killing themselves in disturbingly high numbers forever. But now that women are doing it, and I suppose this is good. I'm not down on women for this. What I am noticing, or the trend I'm seeing, is the social media trend, and I agree, it is social media. But I think, other than corporate fuckery, other than algorithmic manipulation for exploitation, to make people feel insecure so that they buy whatever product they've created to solve the problem that they're saying is a problem. Other than the capitalist, I'm going to put capitalist, corporate greed, whatever that is, the manipulation of algorithms to squeeze money out of people that are suffering. Other than that, social media, in effect, is just a mirror. Humans love to share what they feel. Boy, I love to share what I feel. My opinions are, of course, the most important opinions to me. So I have several YouTube channels and Facebook and social media apps to express my views on reality and what I think. Aren't I important? But what that means, and I think everybody else clearly is doing the same thing. Their social media is to vomit their personality, their views, their opinions, their fashion, whatever it is that they are driven to share goes on social media. In the Wayback Machine, way back when, in the good old days, good old days you like to pick, I don't think there's any of them. But if you go back to the old days before social media, before the internet, you only got to share your opinions with people around you, unless you were a star, news anchor or something like that. You only got to share yourself with those in your immediate surroundings. Maybe the phone, but you're not calling random people. Well, there was the party lines. Way before everybody's time on here. You were only sharing your opinions with those in your personal life and getting feedback from that. But now you're able to share your opinions and have them permanently there to be rewatched by other people randomly, or because of the algorithm, finding your channel or finding your message or whatever your influencer bent is. You're still just sharing who you are. And so I think the culmination of all this, the reason everybody's having issues with social media, is the same issue people have with a mirror. Social media is causing humans to look at themselves and what we like to do, the human things, the human experience, the human drive. We like to share our stuff. We think our stuff is super important, and we think other people should think it's important, so we share it. I'd also, for me, there are things I just like to get off my chest, and most people in my circle don't want to fucking hear it. I get it. The stuff that I'm into is not mainstream. I'm not super into fashion or the club scene, or, I mean, fashion, expensive bags, things like that. I'm into my own fashion. I'm into my own stuff. And there are very, very, very few people that are in the same lane that I'm in. Awesome. I've always kind of been the weirdo. I'm good with that. But as I'm looking at the internet, as I'm looking at my videos, I'm looking at other people, what they're sharing, it's an interactive mirror. So the hard part, if you would find it hard to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself, the internet is going to ruin you, because it's going to shove who we are into your face. So I think there should be, of course, more regulation on internet, on protocols for uploading videos and vetting and all that. Sure, it's an immature technology. AI, I think, is going to be necessary to be able to regulate it. Humans clearly are not able to do that. There's too many videos, too many people uploading, and there's just not enough people to regulate. So AI is going to be necessary, and right now it's not so great. But in the end, social media at its root is people expressing what people want to express. And it is a harsh reflection of the maturity and just, I guess, just the maturity of humanity, of primates, of humans in particular, and what we have kind of evolved to do in small groups. And it's clear that the scaling our personal message to every group that could ever possibly see it doesn't scale well. It's not good for us. We either need better regulation, probably from AI, and better education and self-understanding. I would suggest that the far right-wing conservative opinion that you shouldn't teach things in school because it makes them feel uncomfortable is a big problem. And on the far left, thinking that everybody's opinions should be codified into law and force everyone else to validate them is also a huge problem. So the extremes are clearly, I don't want to say not the answers, but they're definitely the guardrails that we should avoid, because that's crazy. More education, educate our young people so that they're not so traumatized by it. Enforce regulations on corporations that are using it as a cudgel to force people to do things that they might not normally do. But to me, it's just long-winded. I've been indoors for a while. It's a long-winded way to say the internet more and more is just a mirror of humanity. And if we don't like it, man, can we make ourselves change? Can we make ourselves better? I don't think so. Just ditching social media is totally the answer, unless you're really having problems. If you're suicidal or homicidal, or you're having serious negative ramifications. They're talking about female suicide. If that's an issue, get off of social media. But really what it is in the end is we are sharing. It's a harsh mirror. And I'm interested to see where it goes and if we can recover from our own reality. Good luck, everyone. Peace.